if you miss a court date, it really depends on what type of court date you missed as to what could happen in your case. So for example, if you miss a court date in general sessions, if it is a second appearance, you're going to have a bench warrant for your arrest, almost always. That is a required court date. If it's just the initial appearance, it honestly just depends on the prosecutor. If you have an attorney, perhaps with the public defender's office, not a private lawyer, if they've reached out to the courts, letting them know that they are representing you, it might not be a big a deal if you miss your initial appearance, but it really depends. As far as magistrate court, most of the time what we see is if you miss your court date, they move forward with what's called a TIA, a trial in absence, which means that the officer will testify to the evidence that he or she believes is in the case, and the judge would decide whether you're found guilty or not guilty. Almost always that's going to be a guilty verdict because there's nobody to contest the evidence that the officer is presenting. So most of the time if you miss your magistrate court date, it is going to be a trial in absence, and you most likely have a conviction on your record if you miss that court date. They do have the power to issue a bench warrant if you miss your court date as well. It's not common that we see that. We've seen it a couple of times, but they do have the power to do it. So if you've missed a court date, it's very important that you contact an attorney. It could very well be something minor, but most likely it could be a big deal.